Hey guys, welcome to the video. My name is Brandon from BD Fitness Training. Today I'm going to go over flat feet and what you can do to correct them. Okay, so if you clicked on this video, you obviously have this issue and you're looking to try and correct it. Or you might be just someone who, thinks, what the heck is flat feet? Well, basically, your foot should look like this, right? This is my representation of my foot. A healthy foot should have a nice big arch in the center. Having flat feet or collapsed arches is just what it is, a collapsed arch. So those muscles that are responsible for holding your foot up in this position, they become non-existent, they become dormant, and they stop firing. So your foot just falls flat to the floor. Most of the time, how this happens is from your hips. Okay, again, when you have problems with your knee, your foot, most of the time it's going to start from your hips. You want to make sure before you even start with attacking these kind of corrective exercises that I'm going to show you later on in this video, you want to make sure your hip external rotators are strong, which will make sure your femurs are in the right spot, your kneecaps are in the right spot, your tibia bones, your shin bones are in the right spot. That way you can really correct this issue. Because if you do these exercises I'm going to show you in a few minutes, and you don't work on trying to make sure your whole alignment from your waist down is correct, then it's really not going to do too much for you because the problem is just going to kind of just come back for you. So make sure glutes and your abductors are strong, your hips are in the right position. You can really try and align your legs up. And I won't talk too much about that in this video, but I'm sure you can find many videos out there to help strengthen up those muscles. And I might even make one on that too. But basically, what we're going to do is I'm going to have a lacrosse ball. You can use a tennis ball, a pool ball, whatever's hard. And then also like a towel or a paper towel, right? What I'm gonna do is take my shoe off. Again, step number one is to neurologically turn on these muscles with some deep tissue work. So I'm gonna put my ball on the floor. In the center of my foot, I'm gonna press down on the ball. And then what I'm gonna do is, again, there's two arches in your foot, one that runs front to back, side to side. So I'm gonna just, not too roughly, but like I said, I want to put good pressure, and I want to just slide forwards to back for about 2 minutes. I can go long strokes, little strokes, and then I'm going to go from the side after those 2 minutes is up, and then just go side to side. Like I said, I'm neurologically turning on these muscles because I want to get them to kind of, wake up before I start doing these strengthening exercises. So once I'm done with that, also what you can do, you go, front to back, side to side, and then what I do is I would just kind of try and curl the ball up with my foot. Feels pretty intense, but like I said, guys, this is something that needs to be done. And then I'm just gonna kind of like open up on the ball, close up on the ball, and then open up. So I'm contracting hard, kind of catching the muscle with the lacrosse ball, and then I'm stretching it out here. And that is some good, a good technique for trying to just release those tissues. And good. And I would go about 10 reps just like that. So from there, we're just going to move on to a strengthening exercise, which I'm going to lay my towel on the floor, keep my heel on the floor, but keep obviously the ball of my foot to my toes on the towel. And I'm just going to try and scrunch it up with my toes. So I'm digging my toes hard into the floor, pulling the towel in towards me. And what that's doing is obviously creating an arch, it's creating a contraction. Just think of like a bicep curl. I'm curling my arm up, I'm curling my toes in, and I'm contracting the bottom of my foot, right? Same thing. So once I get it in towards me as much as I can, it's kind of hard to do on my rubber floor here, but then I'm just gonna lay it back out and then, start curling it in again. And I'll go about, 10 reps like that on both feet. And then last thing I would do is just kind of come up here. Hopefully you can see me. And all I'm gonna do is just start playing with my toes, contracting like an isometric hold. And then just kind of releasing, play with my toes, squeeze the bottom of my foot, contract, squeeze hard, and then just kind of wiggle them around. And that's just an easy way you can start to, strengthen up those the bottom of your feet, the muscles at the bottom of your feet, and then just kind of work with that. Because again, guys, things like this, corrective exercises and stretching, it's a lot of consistency. It's not going to happen overnight. And especially, like I said, working on your hips and trying to get them strong to keep your whole lower body in proper alignment to help out this issue. It's going to take time, and you need to really focus on it. So what I recommend to people is at least 2 to 3 times a day doing these exercises. Don't rush through them, take your time. Because again, it's an issue that should be corrected, because down the road it can lead to some pretty bad problems. And then people ask me too about, those arches, or I should say those like insoles in your shoe, if they're good to have or not. I would say if you have this issue and you're working out in the gym, you're pretty consistent with that, it's okay to wear those types of shoes during your training. Just because if you have this problem and your feet are really flat and you start working out like that, like I said, you take a hit in your performance and you do increase chance of injuries. So in the gym, it's okay to kind of, support the arch, wear the shoe. But then when, maybe if you're outside the gym, maybe if you're at work, especially if you're at home, I don't know why you'd wear shoes in the house, but if you're at home, or just running around doing errands, it's good to kind of maybe get a shoe or that doesn't have that insole slip, or especially that one that you bought specifically to help with your arch problem. Definitely take that out, work with these exercises, and try and work the bottom of your foot, because you need to correct this issue. Those insoles in your shoes are just like a temporary fix, so you want like long-term results by doing this stuff. So hopefully this video helped you guys. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. You can shoot me an email. If you guys want me to make a video on a question or a problem you have, I'll be happy to do so. Because this was a requested video from someone, so I hope this helped you out. And yeah, until next time guys, I'll catch you in the next video.